Prodigious.
A prodigious achievement, memory, talent.
Expertise.
Professional, scientific, technical, etc. expertise.
Component.
The components of a machine. To break STH down into its component parts.
We.
A wee girl. Just a wee drop of milk for me. To do have a wee.
Synonymous.
Wealth is not necessarily synonymous with happiness.
Infatuation.
It isn't love, it's just a passing infatuation.
Keen.
John was very keen to help. A keen sportsman. Tom's very keen on Anna.
Theorem. Enthusiasm.
I can't say I share your enthusiasm for the idea.
Endurance.
He showed remarkable endurance throughout his illness.
Bureau.
An employment bureau.
Discard.
The room was littered with discarded newspapers.
Reminisce.
We spent a happy evening reminiscing about the past.
Gravitate. Psyche.
The human psyche. A mean to an end. I'm just an LT, MNGT, a mean to an end, an LT, MNGT, in this company.
Hierarchical.
A hierarchical society structure organization.
Demoralize.
Constant criticism is enough to demoralize anybody.
Wisp. Tinker.
Tinker with.
Juncture.
The battle had reached a crucial juncture.
Devour.
She devoured everything she could lay her hands on, books, magazines, and newspapers. Flames devour the house.
Envision.
They envision an equal society free of poverty and disease. They didn't envision any problems with the new building.
Compile.
We are trying to compile a list of suitable people for the job.
Abide.
I can't abide people with no sense of humor. May joy and peace abide in us all.
Abiding.
Law-abiding citizens.
Capricious.
A capricious climate.
Allegiance.
To pledge, swear allegiance to SBSTH.
Coherent.
A coherent narrative account explanation. She only became coherent again 2 hours after the attack.
Articulate.
She struggled to articulate her thoughts. He was too drunk to articulate properly. These courses are designed to articulate with university degrees.
Indulge.
They went into town to indulge in some serious shopping. The inheritance enabled him to indulge his passion for art. She did not believe in indulging the children with presents.
Thrive.
New businesses thrive in this area.
Pear.
First, pare the rain from the lemon. The training budget has been pared back to a minimum. Pare down expenditures.
Coordinate.
They appointed a new manager to coordinate the work of the team. This shade coordinates with a wide range of other colors.
Align.
Make sure the shelf is aligned with the top of the cupboard. Domestic prices have been aligned with those in world markets.
Endow. Endowment.
At all costs. You must stop the press from finding out at all costs. Spontaneously.
Relegate.
She was then relegated to the role of assistant.
Ad infinitum.
You cannot stay here ad infinitum without paying rent.
Anomaly.
The many anomalies in the tax system.
Grim.
A grim face looks smile. Grim news. The house looked grim and dreary in the rain.
Paradoxically.
Improvise.
There isn't much equipment. We're going to have to improvise. It'll be ready sometime next week, I expect, she said, improvising.
Syndicate.
His column is syndicated throughout the world.
Contribute.
We contributed £5,000 to the earthquake fund. Medical negligence was said to have contributed to her death. Immigrants have contributed to British culture in many ways.
Composition.
The chemical composition of the soil. One of Beethoven's finest compositions. Pieces performed in the order of their composition.
Perspective.
A global perspective. She was aware that she was losing all sense of perspective. We learn how to draw buildings in perspective.
Summarily.
Experimental.
Experimental teaching methods. Experimental conditions data evidence.
Psychology.
Social educational child psychology. The psychology of small noise. The psychology of interpersonal relationships.
Doctorate.
She's studying for her doctorate. With gusto. The children asked for another dish with gusto.
Draftsman.
The draftsman of the Constitution. in that respect.
Whimsical.
To have a whimsical sense of humor.
Satirical.
A satirical magazine.
Idiosyncratic.
Stipple. Swap.
I've finished this magazine. Can I swap with you? I'll drive there and then we'll swap over on the way back. I think I'll swap this sweater for one in another color.
Feasible.
A feasible plan, suggestion, idea.
Grant.
The bank finally granted a £500 loan to me. She's a smart woman, I grant you, but she's no genius. Student grants. Dwell on.
Biographical.
Eminent.
An eminent architect. A man of eminent good sense. Worthy of.
Encyclopedia.
Comb through. The police combed through the robbers.
Precocity.
Precocious.
A precocious child who started her acting career at the age of 5.
Reckon.
I reckon I'm going to get that job. Children are reckoned to be more sophisticated nowadays. We reckon to finish by 10.
Dub.
The Belgian actor Jean-Claude Van Damme has been dubbed Muscles from Brussels. An American movie dubbed into Italian.
Trivial.
A trivial detail. Pour over something. His lawyers are poring over the small print in the contract.
Tenacity.